What's up, guys? Obviously, it's CaptainObviouzX, and this, my friends, is Halo 4. I'm so excited this game has been released, and I hope you guys are excited as well. It's going great. I'm loving the game. I'm really enjoying how it plays, how it feels, how it looks, how it sounds. Everything in between is just fascinating about this game. There may be a few minor things here and there that do need fixing, or, in the future, or that, are permanent now, but they don't really affect the game too much. But overall, the game is an amazing accomplishment by 343, and I'm extremely happy about buying the game. But I hope I can talk to you guys about, in today's video, some of the most important and best features of Halo 4. And if you guys have yet to buy the game, listen to the entire commentary. Let me know if you guys have made your decision as to whether or not to buy the game yet, because at this point, I recommend more than ever to buy the game. It's a great game, and let's just get right into my impression of the game, and we'll see what I think about it. And if you guys make a decision, let me know. I will really be glad to hear if you guys are going to buy it, or if you're not, and explain why. I want to see why. The first thing you'll notice when you play Halo 4 definitely is the graphics. There isn't a game on the Xbox 360 at this point that looks better than this game. I'm not quite certain what it is or what 343 did, but for some reason, the Halo 4 graphics and just the way it looks beats out any other game on the Xbox 360 up to this point in its entire life cycle. On a system that's about 7 years old and the hardware is really dated, I am amazed at the power and just the pristine beauty that is Halo 4. And I couldn't talk more about it because it's very nice. And I bet you guys noticed that as well in the gameplay. And if you guys have it at home for yourself, and you're playing it as much as I am. Also, another really awesome thing about Halo 4 is the sound. The sound of this game just is a lot better than it was in the older games. The way I see it is that the sound should always be more powerful as long as it relates to the game. And I just feel like the sounds in Halo 4 now just feel like they better suit this game than they did for Halo 3, Halo 3 ODST, or Halo Reach. I really do feel like the sounds in this game fit the game properly. They are, crisp, clear. You can hear footsteps. You can just overall, it's an amazing experience and atmosphere in the game. From the environments to the guns themselves, the sound is really awesome. Now, one of the biggest changes in Halo 4 from the previous games is definitely the gunplay. Now, the one biggest change that you guys will notice in Halo 4, if you have played the other games before, is sprint. Sprint is now a permanent part of the game. You can always sprint just by clicking in your left stick by default. If you change it, I'm not quite certain if you can change sprint. But sprint is a very important part of the game right now, and it's a game changer. Back before Halo 4, sprint was an armor ability in Halo Reach and in Halo Anniversary. But now, it is a permanent part of your character. It is not an armor ability. You can always sprint at all times. And it really changes up how the game plays. It seems like it's a little more fast-paced than it was back in Halo 3 and Halo Reach. But there are downsides to sprinting. You always got to be aware that sprinting makes you more vulnerable. And, from a game like Halo 3 where first shot really dictates who wins that gunfight, sprinting as least as possible is a very important thing. You always want to sprint to get to one position. Don't sprint while in the middle of a gunfight or in the middle of an engagement with another enemy or group of enemies. It really will hurt you guys in the long run when you try to sprint during a gunfight. You'll see that it really makes you more vulnerable to the enemy players. And sprinting, though it is a very powerful tool, it really can come back to bite you in the ass if you use it the improper way. Now, there are also some really cool other things added into this game, such as the loadouts. You can now make your own loadout prior to going into the game. It's an arena shooter with RPG elements, such as XP, custom classes, perks, weapon customization, everything like that you see in other FPSs are now in Halo 3 with the weapons on the map. So, the way that Halo 4 works now is that you can make your own loadout before you go into the game. You select your primary weapon, your secondary weapon, your grenade, then I think it goes to your armor ability, your perk, and another perk. These perks aren't exactly called perks. They're called something else. I quite can't remember what exactly they are called, but they are the last two things of selection when changing your loadout in the menu screen. And these perks, I'm going to call them perks for the sake of the video because I forgot what they're called. These perks are very, very powerful. They're game changers in Halo 4 because now we have these extra abilities that people have. It really changes up how people's, tactics and the way they play in the game differ from other people and how they play the game. Certain things like faster shield recharge, increased ammo from the beginning. You also have infinite sprint. All these things that go into how your character plays really, really will change the game up, making it drastically different and dynamically different from game to game, which I really do enjoy. There are a few perks at this point that really do stick out from the others in terms of their power. There are ones that increase your reload speed and your weapon swap. Weapon swap in Halo is a very big part of the game where you want to get that noob combo off, where you charge up a plasma pistol, shoot at the enemy, switch to your battle rifle, and you hit them in the head. It's a very quick kill, and now that we have this perk that increases reload speed and weapon swap times, you'll be seeing a lot more of that noob combo in the game because it's a lot easier to pull off now. The other most powerful perk that they have right now is you can get ordnance drops quicker. Now, ordnance drops are the Halo 4 version of kill streaks. After a certain amount of points, you'll get the ability to choose between a bonus ability, such as faster speed, invisibility. I think invisibility is there. I'm not quite certain about that. You can also choose 1 or 2 weapons to get dropped down for you, or a grenade. So the way it works is you select either down, left, or right on the D-pad, and then you can choose if you want a weapon, an ability, or a grenade. And it really, really makes the game play differently because you don't know what the enemy players on the enemy team have. Before in Halo, you would always know that they have the power weapons because they're not, they're either not spawned or the enemy team has it, so you know exactly what weapons the enemy team has. Now that we have the ordnance drops, it really changes up the dynamic for the power weapons because you can get a power weapon from those ordnance drops. You can get the sniper rifle, you can get a rocket launcher, fuel rod gun. Any of the Promethean weapons can drop from those ordnance drops. And this really changes up how the game plays because it's very unpredictable when you face off against an enemy team who has a lot of ordnance drops. From my experiences so far in the game, I'm really getting confused as to who has the power weapons because there's so many on the field and in the game that these ordnance drops are making such a great difference that it's really difficult to keep track of power weapons. So you guys have to be on your toes in the game and make sure you know who has the power weapons and who is exploiting them and who is using them to the proper ability. It's very, very important to know who has the power weapons because that can really change the course of the match and see who wins the game because power weapons in Halo 4 rule the game. There's also a few other minor changes in the game, such as your experience points. You now level up via experience points that are based upon points in the game. Just like Call of Duty and Battlefield, you get ribbons, you get challenges, you get XP for killing, things like that. Back in Halo Reach, you got it through credits just by winning the game, doing special things in there. But now in Halo 4, it's all based upon how well you perform in-game. That will determine how much you experience, how many experience points you get, and how much you level up in the game. It's a pretty cool feature. I'm enjoying it personally, and the loadout and the unlocks you get from leveling up are really cool. I'm only level 13 at this point, but I believe you can actually quote-unquote prestige and get to an even higher specialization level, which is really, really cool in the game. I'm loving the new concepts they're adding into the game, and overall, I'm fascinated with the amount of content that is in Halo 4. Between campaign, multiplayer, Spartan Ops, Forge, all this stuff that goes into Halo 4, it is just a fascinating amount of content that 343 put into the game, and I'm really amazed at the amount of effort and dedication that was put into Halo 4, and I couldn't be any more satisfied with this game, and hope you guys are satisfied as well. But overall, the game is just fascinating, it's fun to play, it's fun to watch, it's fun to just experience, and I hope you guys feel the same way as I do. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys' thoughts about Halo 4 are. I want to see what you guys think. And if you guys want to see a lot more Halo 4 content, stick right here. It will be coming on a day-by-day basis. You'll see a lot more Halo 4 content from me because I'm loving the game, and I hope you guys are loving it as well. So the game is just about to wrap itself up. I think I've got 20 or so kills in the game. Halo 4 is about the kills, not about your KD. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, remember give me a thumbs up. That helps out a lot. Follow me on Twitter, link in the description. And as always, rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.